Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM. Brought to you proudly by Sportsman's Warehouse and the Tennessee Wildlife Resources Agency.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, and what a great interview with David Fritz, newly inducted into the National Bass Fishing Hall of Fame. Well-deserved. Great interview set up by our man Ron Wong, and to hear him talk about his career and everything else, and about catching carp and things like that. What better segue into the next section than to talk about big bass, which Ron Wong is an expert of.
That's right.
And I may ask Ron a little bit about that himself, but it's this weekend, the 30th anniversary. That's hard to believe, the Arkansas Big Bass Bonanza. I think I was around for the previous one. I was about 3 years old. But it's this weekend. It started yesterday, goes through Sunday, and so there's time. You can still get over to one of these weigh-in places and take part. But we're going to talk today with Jill Thiel. She is the tournament director, easy enough, but part of the Arkansas Hospitality Association. Good morning, Jill.
Good morning, gentlemen.
I know this has been part of your life for a while, and seen the growth of this event. So if you had to tell the layman, what is the Arkansas Big Bass Bonanza?
The Big Bass Bonanza is the largest amateur tournament in the state of Arkansas. It's an annual event, and it's basically 5 tournaments running simultaneously.
Wow. All right, so we're talking about how many anglers, you think?
We usually get close, a little over like 17, 18, 1900. We've had as many as 2,000. We've had as many as 2,200.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It's a big deal, and this is a special year, right?
It is. It's our 30th anniversary.
Which means it must be doing something right.
That's right. That's right.
So you take is it this time every year? I need to put it on my calendar. Does it move around? Is it always in early October like this?
No, usually it's in the very last weekend in June.
That's what I thought.
Year,
so the floods, is that
flood.
The floods, as we know it from being
back in June there,
from being from North Little Rock and growing up in North Little Rock and having a chance to see what the water situation was in June, the obvious solution was move it to October, which you have done. And do you see any change in participation? Do you look at this as it's still going to be successful?
Yes. And we're hoping that, we're not sure if we'll change it, but we're very encouraged by, we've had a lot of new youth participation.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
And I think it's because school's in session and they've had a chance to, usually when we do it in the summer, they're not quite in, they're out of school by then. And so we're real excited about tapping into that whole new division of anglers.
That's awesome.
And you do it on 5 different, you said 5 different pools.
Yes.
Alma, Dardanelle, Little Rock, North Little Rock there, and Pine Bluff Regional Park, which in June was under many feet of water from the flood, and the Pendleton Bridge. So tell our listeners how it operates. I know you're catching fish by day. Talk about that.
Well, we have an hourly prize, so every hour at the top of the hour, we start at 6 is first cast, and then 8 is the first weigh-in hour, and so until 1, all 3 days. And we do it's first, second, and third place on the hour. That payout is usually announced sometime Sunday afternoon, close to our awards event, and so. And that's in addition to the $100,000 that we guarantee. That's $50,000 to the overall largest fish.
Yeah. Did y'all hear that?
Yeah,
$100,000, $50,000.
It's been about 25, 26 years.
You've been in there. You've done
when
that
I first fished that tournament, but and it's grown. It wasn't $100,000 then.
No, it
was $10,000, but it was still a lot of money back in those days.
Still a lot of money. So really, when you look at it, you've got 2 $100,000 tournaments back-to-back in the state of Arkansas.
That's awesome.
Last weekend, the Crappie.
Right.
Mr. Crappie
Yes.
Invitational.
Yep.
This weekend, the Big Bass. What
That's
other
awesome.
state will have back-to-back $100,000
Zero.
fishing tournaments?
Jill,
Right.
today being Saturday, you have one more day of competition tomorrow. Is it too late for somebody to get in? If somebody wanted to get in and fish tomorrow, how do they do that?
They just go to whichever site they want to, whichever pool they want to fish in.
Yeah.
There's a weigh-in site, and they can register. We take cash. It's $90 to enter for the day. And the weighmaster they can sign up with the weighmaster, and they can even come over today. I mean, it's 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
You could get a couple hours in.
Oh, yeah. So you can register any time during the day and go.
Right, yes.
Oh, that's awesome.
my kind of tournament schedule.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and children may fish, right? There's no age limit. I mean, but you must.
Right.
But
They
you
just have to be registered.
have to be registered, and this being 30 years, you've got a special something for this year. Tell our listeners what that is.
We do. Over and above the guaranteed prize money, we are giving away a boat to one of the registered fishermen. So it'll be by drawing, and we'll announce it at the awards event. And we're very honored that Bradford Marine and ATV sponsored the boat and have graciously donated. And it's a Bass Tracker 160 Pro, and it comes with a 20 horsepower Mercury motor and a Trailstar trailer.
So
awesome.
That's open to anyone who registers, right? I mean,
Right.
And so Sunday being tomorrow, so when will the awards program start? Where will they be held at?
The awards banquet or awards event is going to be at the Rock City Yacht Club, which is in Little Rock, and it's a new yacht club that's below the Clinton Library.
Yes. All right.
And we'll start about 4 o'clock. We have barbecue, we have soda, and we have door prizes. And then we'll give away the big checks because the media will be there. So we'll give the big winners their money, and then the youth division their prizes, and then we'll give the boat away.
And here's the cool thing. You can actually go to Kissin 96, which I'm familiar with from being growing up in that Arkansas area, or 105.1. They're going to be having information going along, and so you can go to their website, kssn.com/listen, and actually find out what's going on. But like I said, they started today at 6. They will start tomorrow at 6. And like she said, you can go over and pay that $90, and the money. This is an event sponsored by the Arkansas Hospitality Association, presented by Simmons Brink. The money that goes into this thing, this is a pretty good payout, right?
Yes. Last year we gave over $200,000 out.
Wow.
See, that's pretty good payout.
That's awesome.
Ron, sit down. Ron, don't leave yet, Ron.
I want to go fishing.
Get back in your chair, Ron.
Hey, this is my kind of fishing there.
Yeah. So
any hour from 10 to 2.
Yeah, that's
hey,
Ron's
I love
time.
it.
Yeah, Ron, he's like the Dr. Pepper man.
Yeah, that's right.
Anything from 10 to 2, he can handle that. But again, it's the Arkansas Big Bass Bonanza going on today and tomorrow on the Arkansas River, based out of Alma, Dardanelle State Park, the Rock City Yacht Club in Little Rock North, Little Rock Pine Bluff Regional Park, and Pendleton Bridge. And I can remember the police guy, I think he was from Dumas a couple of years ago, that won a big, this is a big check.
It is.
Yeah, he was out of Dumas.
Yeah, he was out of Dumas.
Yep.
So I don't know what the big bass will be. You want to estimate, Ron?
It's probably going to be one close to 7 pounds.
All right. I'm going 8.
It's getting pretty heavy this time of year.
It could happen. They've been saying the river hasn't been fished for a while, so the big ones are still out there.
They're starting to feed to get fat for winter. So,
So
7 pounder, it's going to be.
Okay, I'm going 8. We'll see.
You may be right.
Okay, so how do we get results after it's over to find out? Can we go to y'all's website or what?
Yes, ArkansasBigBass.com. We have under results, there'll be a tab, and then also on our Facebook page, we'll be running.
Wonderful. Jill, thank you for taking time.
Thank you.
I know you got a busy weekend. Hope everything goes all right and somebody catches a big fish and wins that boat. But we'll find out later on. Thank you.
Thanks. Have a good
Jill.
day.
All right, thank you. All right, Jill Thiel, special events for the Arkansas Hospitality Association. That just hit me. Things hit me as I'm, not really prepared. I'm prepared. I got a lot of stuff here.
Yeah, you do.
But I just didn't think about back-to-back $100,000 tournaments.
I never thought about that. But,
yeah.
That's something else. And
and we're going to talk to the guy later.
Both are a little bit unusual tournaments.
Yeah, they are.
Very unusual.
Yeah.
And that big bass tournament, though, it's been going on for so long
30
now.
years.
I have a ton of duck hunting buddies from Arkansas who fish it every year.
Yeah.
They don't fish any other tournament, but by
And
gosh,
the
they
thing about
sign
it
up
is
and fish
you
that.
don't need a big, fancy, fat bass boat to fish.
That's why they're giving away
because
this
what
one.
they do is once you get registered, you can go to any public ramp
Yeah.
and go fishing.
Well,
So that's really a great deal. And to see the youth get involved, and she's talking about,
oh, yeah.
because, these kids are in high school, and so many high schools now are starting to have fishing teams.
Right.
Because the competition's there.
Well, listen to this. A $1,000 check will be awarded to a parent/child or grandchild weighing the largest bass.
Awesome.
So a team like that, grandpa and grandson or
yeah.
granddaughter can win $1,000. Wow.
Absolutely.
I hope they happen like that. All right, let's take a break, and we're going to talk Angler of the Year now. I like to talk Angler of the Year. This guy knows about big bass.
He does. And, it's what's interesting. He's from Alabama.
Yes, he is.
And he sealed the deal up north.
Yeah, he did. Yes, that's real unusual. We're going to come right back. Scott Canterbury's next on Outdoors with Larry Ray. BASS Angler of the Year. You can't get much bigger than that.
Pretty strong.
We'll be right back.